I'm Dian Nur Fadila, a biology student at Indonesian University and currently doing my study at Prince of Songkla University as a management science student. I'm currently standing in front of the President Office building, and as you can see behind me, there's a statue. We'd love to call it a Mahidol statue. It was in honor to remember His Royal Highness Prince Mahidol Adulayadej, the Prince of Songkla. Now I'm transporting to BSc. If you're a calm type of student or just wanting to work in peace, this is the place that you're looking for. All goes back as the dean of my faculty asked me to research the information about IISMA, as he said I had the potential to study abroad, which encouraged me to dig some useful information. I looked deep into the criteria and recruitment and asked the head of my international affair of my home university to give permit and help me to apply, and they were happily agree. I got everything ready, except my English proficiency certificate. To say I was actually nervous about taking my test is actually embarrassing, but I never thought taking English test would be so scary, so I procrastinate a lot, until only 2 days left before the registration closed. I gathered all my consciousness that it only takes 1 hour to do. Then, I did it. I knew I did good, but not the best to say the least. I thought I could have done better, but there's no time to do it again. Using the not so satisfying result to apply, I didn't put my hopes high, but I learned not to give up hope as I'm announced to pass the administration selection. And I only had 1 more selection to face, which the interview. Then after finishing up with all the selection stuff, the more anxious I be. I was busy prepared not to be harsh on myself if I wasn't choosing to be one. But God gracious, I was announced to pass all the selection and officially be the first batch awardee of IISMA. Like they said, if God is for me, who can be against me? But here comes another struggle. As number of COVID-19 cases increased, some countries closed their border and didn't accept foreigners to enter the country, including Thailand. My departure was postponed and the class has been moved to another semester. But I can't do anything about it, except praying that I still got a chance. I waited for a month until I was informed to renew all the documents needed to enter Thailand, such as insurance, Thailand pass, and visa. December 29, 2021, my arrival in Hat Yai, Thailand was quite a ride. From Jakarta to Singapore, Singapore to Bangkok, and last flight Bangkok to Hat Yai in 2 days caused me the worst jet lag I ever had. As the Songkla government required us to quarantine in 10 days, the university staff prepare everything from the room, meals, and all the basic necessity that we need from the next 10 days. As it was my first time in Thailand, everything seems new to me, but the staff here guiding us so well, starting from holding a welcoming party, then created the buddy program, which us 24 beings separated into 6 groups and then paired with 1 to 2 local students to show us around the province. They also did the city tour and exploring traditional Songkla pottery and fabrics, and having us to learn traditional dance as well. If I'm being honest, first month felt so long. Well, I was still adapting, finding my own happy place, and of course, people that I'm comfortable to share my feelings with. I think the first and the last month are the hardest for this entire journey. Thankfully, education-wise, I didn't face any issues, since it was quite similar to Indonesian education system, and the class was fully online because of the pandemic. But since this time, I brought the name of Indonesia upon my shoulder. Doing the best, being active in class was what I was doing. I remember the first time presenting in class, and the achan, we might say, complements my way of presenting, which boosts up my confidence in presenting eventually. The culture shock that I faced was not hitting me too hard, except the fact that all department store and mall closed at 9, as I thought it's still too early comparing to Indonesia. But I was told that in Thai, there's a different timestamp for a nighttime business such as bars and also club. So past 9 p.m. is the turn of the nighttime business to operate. Following month, I think I found what I was searching for. I found my people, I settled in, and I also think that I found my happy place. Even the lecture here becoming more interesting and fun as time flews by. Here, I feel so safe and welcome. I think PSU has the best facility. Well, if you like sport complex have everything. Gym, swimming pool, soccer field, tennis field, and everything that I cannot mention. And also the food center, as we call it Rongchang, have everything. Dessert, appetizer, full course meal, and variety of beverages. The waffle and the chicken is on top of my list because not only is so delish, it also saving my wallet. It's also nice, in PSU, everything was accessible with bus service they offered, and there's no need to spend your money on transportation. I remember how chaotic the preparation of Kartini Day was, as the university still cautiously watching over the number of cases caused by the virus. We sadly couldn't make our event accessible for all students, but somehow we make it, even was in a smaller scale. We received hand from our faculty as they help us provide the room and the facility we needed. We also did some interview with local students and handing them Indonesian traditional food and accessory. Well, I guess plan B wasn't so bad either. Another thing that I remember was how hectic the exam weeks be. Tons and tons of a vinyl project waiting to be finished, but since the return date was coming closer, I couldn't keep my thoughts to one thing only. I finished my project one by one and started to pack my things to be sent back home. The exam itself wasn't too hard since everything was taught by the lecturer very well, and since we had quizzes every 2 weeks, it helped us understand more about the lecture. But good things always come to an end. These past 4 months, I met a lot of people who are so kind to me and treating me like a family. I made good memories, and I don't want to label it as a memories, but as a lesson to teach me how to survive. I learned things that I never thought I would get. IISMA have been a big part of me, helped me grow, helped me achieve things that I can only imagine, and creating happiness in my life. I hope with the continuing of this program, it will change and give chance to more people, creating hope and embody it. Open a new path to Indonesian students to show their ability in so many ways. I hope for the best for myself, this program, and Indonesian education system, as they are more experienced students to help it grow. This may be the end of my IISMA journey, but I hope my journey can help you grow and study abroad. The very last thing to say is I'm officially IISMA biased because this whole life-changing IISMA journey opened more possibility to me and helping me to unlock new skills that I never knew I could. And I believe if this somehow changing me, it also can change you if you're willing to take a risk and try new things in life. So yeah, be bold to go abroad.